So thank you all again for being here today. This year's meeting is something different for many, if not all of us. I believe it's the first time in Wave Crest history via video. We understand the efforts that you all may have made to be here today, and it's certainly not the same as walking into a beautiful hotel with a bunch of smiley faces to greet you. So we do appreciate everyone taking the time to be with us. I had the pleasure of meeting several of you at last year's meeting. And as I compare the two experiences, some of the things that I missed most was really just the in-person experience. Whether it had been sharing a cup of coffee, a warm handshake, or just seeing the physical emotions. I think that's part of what I'm going to miss most this year. But however, thanks to advanced technologies and all the great people that control them, we're able to continue on today with our meeting and our agenda, and which brings us to our agenda. We have done our election process. We'll be speaking a little bit about the temporary closure. I imagine there's a lot of questions in terms of what did we do while we were shut down? How did we come about those projects? It also resulted in the birth of our vacation well program, which we'll go into more detail as well as we move along. We'll do our normal department updates. We'll go through each department and give you just a little bit of update and kind of the impact that COVID has had on those departments. We will review the resort's annual financial performance, as well as guest satisfaction scores. We'll review some of the owner benefits that GPVS has in store for all of our owners. Then we will go through our election process, do the election results, and at the end we will have our forum where we will have our Q&A and answer any questions or comments that you may have. So that's me, of course, your general manager of the resort. Not much to say there. Let's see. Peaches Bolin, she's our new resort supervisor. So Peaches is charged with the oversight of our front office and housekeeping departments. She comes from one of our sister properties. She's been with the company for a couple of years and has a lot of great experience. So make sure you say hey to Peaches when you see her. Assisting Peaches in housekeeping is Ubalda Santos. Ubalda has been brought up through the ranks. She also started at one of our sister properties within Grand Pacific Resorts. And due to her rapid advancement in her performance, she was actually transferred to Wave Crest and to help out with us. And she's done a great job so far, training and just being an overall leader. She's really proving to be a great fit for that position. Bradley Vining, he's our maintenance supervisor. Bradley comes from the apartment industry, several years of maintenance management in that industry. He brings a lot of great knowledge and experience to Wave Crest and has already helped us to identify a lot of critical issues. The temporary closure. The closure is something that was new to many, if not all of us. In late February, early March, as we began to see our occupancies decline as state and local agencies, the restrictions started to come into place. And soon following after that, there was a stay-at-home order and the closure of a lot of businesses was called for by the state officials. And as March 28th, as the sun sat on Del Mar, we faced the difficult decision of having to close the resort doors. And on March 29th, it was decided. Although this was new to us, one thing that we did know is that we needed a plan. And we knew that that plan had to consist of four major components. Those components being the resort's finances, our owners, our associates, and the physical resort itself. In terms of financing, we quickly gathered together, got together with our vendors and our utility companies and began to look for any resort rebates or discounts given for the current situation. And we also cut back all of our vendors to save money as there as well. The team pitched in to provide 24-hour security of the property to make sure that physically it was safe. And for our owners, we, as Stuart said earlier in his message, we had three options created for our owners in compensation for losing their weeks during this difficult time. And our associates, obviously finances, a large part of our finances is labor. So we thought what we did was we put the majority of our associates on a leave of absence. And we also contacted each associate, our resort leadership contacted each associate to ensure that they knew how to complete the paperwork and that they were understood the process to make sure they were compensated during this time that they were out. In addition, the company also continued to pay their health benefits as well. All this was done to really try to keep them close to the resort while they were being out, and just to let them know that we were really thinking about them and that they were within our heart. Upon reopening, as Stuart said, the majority of our associates did return. We did have some unfortunate situations where a couple did not, and we are in the process of trying to fill those positions with the best fits. So as far as the physical resort, just before the closure leading up, we noticed a lot of visible signs of termite activity. So we took this opportunity to have two companies come out and evaluate, and the recommendations given were both to start with a spot treatment, which we did. We spot treated all of the worst areas that were reported by the company. And so that actually turned out to work pretty well. But we still see a little bit of sign, which we'll address that later on in the presentation as well. We also deep cleaned and detailed all the grouts in the units. As you know, the units have a lot of grout. So we really got down and cleaned and detailed all of our grout during our deep clean process of all the units. We had the opportunity to update our associate lounge. As you all know, our associates are the heart and soul of our operation, and they are very, very important to us. And we do our very best to make sure that they're always provided with the safest and most comfortable environment while they're here. The other thing that we did was, a lot of what we did was prepare the resort for the new COVID-19 procedures and for reopening. And a lot of that, you'll see we have signs and sanitary stations and hand sanitizer stations throughout the resort. You'll see clings and signs that are encouraging all the wearing of masks and social distancing. And the other thing that came into that was the birth of our Vacation Well program. And the Vacation Well, during our closure, Grand Pacific consulted with many experts in the industry. And this program is designed and based on a lot of best practices by some of the top leaders in the industry. So there are a few things that make this program work. One of those things being just courteous conduct. We ask that all face masks be worn in common areas of the resort, maintaining social distance from others outside your own group or household. We ask that there are no large gatherings in our common areas. We know that this, could be hard. A lot of times, Wave Crest owners, they own several weeks and they come, and we do have large gatherings. So this has been a difficult part, but it's very crucial. It plays a crucial part into our program. All of our associates, they go through a safety and health screening prior to their being allowed into the property. We ask them a series of questions. These questions help us identify whether they've experienced any symptoms or whether they've been around anyone who has been diagnosed or experiencing any symptoms of COVID-19 as well. Once they pass those questions, their temperature is taken, and upon an acceptable reading, they are allowed into the property. So for pre-arrival emails, you will be receiving an email with information on what steps we're taking to uphold your safety. instructions for check-in, procedures including where to show up, where to check in, how to receive your keys. We also have a schedule for a common area shutdown for cleaning. Basically, we are cleaning every hour, so you'll see our associates out there every hour. So our guest rooms, they go through an enhanced cleaning regimen. We are using a lot of hospital grade chemicals, products, as well as technology such as electrostatic sprayers. Your dishes and flatware, that's something also different you'll see. We are placing all of the dishes and all your cookware inside of the dishwashers, and where they are cleaned and sanitized with a special dish soap. And then they are sealed with a sticker so that you know that since they've been sanitized and cleaned, that nobody has accessed them. An additional enhanced training. Our housekeepers went through a certification program to learn all about these products and also how to use them and to use the new technologies. So you can be assured that your guest room has gone through an enhanced cleaning and management is verified and sanitized. At the end, we place a sticker on the door so that you know that nobody has entered that room after the room has been made safe for your entry. In our common areas, we ask that face masks, face coverings are worn in all common areas at all times. Again, we have frequent scheduled midday cleaning of our public restrooms and pool areas, hourly cleaning of everything. Furniture, you'll notice is set for social distancing or replaced. You'll also notice that some may have been removed. This is also to help and ensure that we are abiding by our social distancing regulations. All of our recreational equipment, beach equipment, and things that we do lend out are all disinfected and sanitized after each use. And you'll also notice our hand sanitizing stations are placed throughout the resort. This is some feedback from one of our owners about our program and how they felt about our program. And to us, this really ensures us that reinforces the fact that our program is working. The department updates. The front desk. So we've kind of went through some of our new COVID-19 procedures. You will see a lot of differences. Due to the size of our lobby, we are excluding all entry to the lobby. We have conveniently developed a walk-up window, which is located just to the west window of our lobby. So you'll receive all the information in your pre-arrival call on how to go about that process. You'll also see that we have a contactless check-in. So your keys and everything will be inside of a sealed, they'll be sanitized inside of a sealed bag so that you can be assured that you're the only one touching those keys. Let's see. Now, our owner's first approach. We understand how important communication is. And the front desk being the hub of operations, that team has really been committed to being just that, the hub of communications. We want to make sure that all of our owners' concerns and issues are being handled in a very quick and effective method. To do that, we believe that our front desk team and our resort leadership can expedite certain things and get certain things, help get certain things resolved in a timely manner. So we are there, and that is our commitment to you. I am also, my cell phone is on my business card. So I am also making myself available to you for any concerns at any time. It really is all about you, and we want you to know that we are here for you. Beach break. So we have continued back with beach break. I understand that some haven't gotten the notifications. I encourage you to contact our front desk just to make sure that your number is up to date and current in our system. We have had over 60 reservations since our opening in June. So very, very successful. And a lot of owners are very happy about that. And our maintenance, preventive maintenance. So we have started back with our preventive maintenance. Our maintenance team is fully making sure that the preventive maintenance is done on every unit every quarter. In addition to that, as of every checkout, our maintenance team is the first to enter our rooms, and they're doing maintenance checks to ensure touch-ups and things like that are being done prior to check-in. Now, safety. Our maintenance department is in charge of, they head up our safety program. Safety program is extremely important to us. Workers' compensation is one of the association's largest expenses. And a large part of how our rates are determined are by what's called an XMOD. An XMOD, 100% is good. If you're over 100%, that results in very high premiums. Wave Crest is currently at a 65. And by maintaining a low percentage, it's going to save the association thousands year over year for the next several. Our program helps us to do that by ensuring that associates are frequently trained on basic procedures, as well as being introduced to new industry regulations. Weekly stand-up meetings are held in each department, and our safety committee meets once a month to discuss incidents or the creation of any corrective plans if needed. And service, just as the rest of our associates, our maintenance team is dedicated to service. They are also putting together a plan on how they could better be responsive and better handle during the modifications that we have due to COVID. So our activities, so we know our activities have always been a very popular asset to the resort. We've had to, all the activities that Wave Crest has had in the past, they all include large social gatherings, whether it be our wine and cheese, our root beer floats, our bingo. So we have had to limit that. Currently, what we've been doing is we have board games and puzzles available at the front desk, which we can lend out. Also, we've ordered paint by number canvases, some different arts and crafts items. But bringing back our favorites, we do know that root beer floats, wine and cheese, those are always been some of our favorite activities. And our team has just found recently a way that we can bring those back while still ensuring that we're practicing social distancing. So that's soon to come. We're real excited about that. Our heart of the house, housekeeping. Again, Vacation Well certification, all our housekeeping associates and management, they went through a certification program, which was combined between videos and in-person training. And we all learned how important the chemicals are, how to use these chemicals, and also how to use the technologies that come with them. Upon completion of that program, each associate was issued a little heart pin with a check on it. And that's how you can know that they've gone through that certification program and that your safety is at their best, at their first forefront. Enhanced cleaning. Again, we are using hospital grade chemicals very quickly. Once they are applied, they kill most every virus or any kind of disease within 3 to 4 minutes. So we use that cleaning. There's a 3-step cleaning process. There's cleaned, disinfected, and then they are sanitized, which our management team are the ones who come through with the electrostatic sprayers after ensuring that the room has been cleaned and disinfected. And then we sanitize the entire room and seal it at the door so that you know it is safe for you. No Cross. No Cross is the new platform that we are using for our housekeeping and maintenance communications. It's a very efficient program, is already proven, has helped us bring our room times in line. It also has helped us to identify quality issues and make timely corrections to those. So No Cross has been a very big asset to us so far. Still a lot of learning to do with it, but it has been successful. So each year we pick a Be Epic Champion of the Year. In 2019, Ubaldo Santos was our champion. So if you happen to see Ubaldo on property, give her a good congratulations. She really deserves it. So resort enhancements. A lot of you may have seen, a lot of you may have not seen yet, the renovations that we did to our owner's lounge. We have had a lot of positive feedback on that already. We can't wait to move into a more normal state where we're able to use the facility again for a lot of our favorite activities and gatherings. Pool furniture. We also had all of our pool furniture. We had the slings redone. They almost all look brand new. They look really great. So when you're out at the pool, keep an eye out for that. The financial performance. So in revenue, the resort brought in a 1.2 million. And in operating expenses, there was a 1.1 million in operating expenses. Our net operating income was 74,000. Now, it's important to know that during our COVID closure, we saved a substantial amount. We saved about 75 grand. We set aside 45,000 in anticipation for the compensation for lost weeks of our owners. Well, during the year, through operational management, we were also able to save 45,000. So that still resulted at the end of year savings of 75,857 added to our surplus. And it was a pretty good year. Guest satisfaction scores. So we actually met or exceeded every category within our metrics. And let's see. In fact, yeah, we met and exceeded every category. And I'd be happy to answer any questions regarding guest satisfaction. If anyone has, I'd be more than happy to go over that and how it works. So you'd have a better idea of what those scores mean. RCI, we are currently recognized as a Silver Crown resort. And it's also important to know that we are trending in gold. What that means essentially is that we are a gold hotel, but by choice, we have elected to remain at silver. And the reason we've done that is we're looking at a lot of the other gold resorts, some of the amenities they have, fitness centers and these different areas. We thought that waiting for our renovations would be a real good time to bring to our true status of Gold Crown. So that is to come as well. I'd like to go quickly through some of the owner benefits that GPS has here. They're here to provide you with heartfelt service. Grand Pacific Vacation Services, they're your dedicated owner services team. Whether it be reserving a week at your home resort, looking up or paying your maintenance fees, booking additional vacations or exchanges, processing requests to rent your week, or any other questions that you may have, GPVS is there for you. And they can be owners community. Our online owners community also provides a wealth of information, and that is 24/7. Our newsletters, both digital and mail, they continued. We also create updates via email on the owners community website and social media. We're always happy to hear from you. So please stay connected with us. Follow our owners via Facebook page, other social media. If you find yourself more time in reading, this is a great opportunity to learn about Sister Grand Pacific Resorts by flipping through the digital magazine. This clip is, this is a link to a video library that we put together. We understand that due to connection situations and time, that we weren't allowed to play a lot of videos that we would like to have played. So we did create a video library, and you'll see that here at this link, or you can scan the QR code, it'll take you straight there. And there's some videos, some great videos in there about Grand Pacific. At this time, that concludes my presentation. I'd like to ask the board if they have any questions or comments before we continue.